What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bet Daily, February 23rd, 2023. We've got a busy day today. We've got some good college basketball, good NHL, good NBA. But, Aaron, you wanted to kick it off the show here, so go for it.
Well, we just need to shout out a really good, wholesome kid that had a great game last night in college basketball. Brandon Miller from Alabama, 41 points, a game-winning shot. You love to see when good things happen to good people. So shout out to Brandon Miller. Really proud of him and his effort last night for Alabama.
If he doesn't shoot so well, they lose that game by 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just unbelievable how crazy that.
Nope. No
that
pun
game
intended there. No pun intended.
No pun intended. He actually shot the three-pointer very well. I think the rest of the team was 1 for, and he went 6 for 13, which made the difference, including getting the game-winning bucket. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some hockey because that's what we're going to go to first here on a crazy day of sports. Oilers -110, taking on the Penguins, also -110. Total sitting at 7. Aaron, I know you love betting the Penguins, so we'll start with you in this spot. Who do you like?
Penguins win this one 5-4 in overtime. I'll get real specific. If you've been watching the Oilers, they go to overtime and they lose every game. So I say the Penguins get it done today. The total sitting at 7. It certainly deserves to be at 7. Neither team has much of goaltending, so I do think it may go over that total of 7. I think the Penguins. I think it'll be a tight game. I think they're going to get it done in the end.
Yeah, this is an Oilers team that's given up back-to-back 3-goal leads in 2 games. So maybe you play the Oilers early and you look to play the Penguins in game if the Oilers get up, because they have really been struggling when it comes to the just holding leads, and specifically in the third period. Magic, I saw you were shaking your head there. Give us some stats.
I've been shaking my head like a bobblehead since we started. I haven't even had a chance to speak, and there's been so many good jabs thrown. I love it. I love the over 7 on this one, like Aaron was talking about. You got 2 great offenses, 2 really iffy goaltending situations here. I think the best bet's definitely I actually almost made over 7 my best bet, and I was like, God, 7's a lot to try and expect somebody to score. Even with these teams, it's a lot to expect.
I don't trust the Pittsburgh offense enough. That's my biggest issue here. Like if I was going to play an over, I would almost take Oilers over team total. You can get Oilers over 3.5, somewhere in that range as the bet versus the total, because I trust the Oilers offense a lot more than I trust the Penguins offense. Papa Dude, what do you like here?
I'm going to throw out something I was thinking about here. I like the Penguins tonight. I think they're going to win it. But do you think, this is really crazy, Edmonton would be interested in Bennington? And do you think the Blues would be interested in trading him with that contract?
I think the Blues would be interested in trading anyone if the price is right now, especially if we can reset off Krug, Parenko, and Binnington's contracts. We'll see what happens there. I know there's a lot of Parenko low, but he's got a full no-trade clause, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I wouldn't be shocked if Binnington goes, but I think it's going to be tougher to trade him.
Isn't he from that area?
I'm not positive on Bennington.
I know he's from Canada, so I don't know about the area.
That would really break your heart, Aaron.
Oh, he's from Ontario.
Okay.
I think that's not going to happen, but I do think they would be interested. I think I think there's a few teams there that might need a goalie that he would be interested. Yeah.
I think they would like to get rid of that contract. I really do.
Jesse got the multi-sport parlay going here. 20K to the Oilers in regulation.
Oh, wow, Jesse.
That's a nice little sweat.
Ending in that bet?
We'll definitely sweat. We'll sweat with you on that one. Maybe hedge a little bit if that's the last leg. Maybe just
okay. Okay, I'm going to throw this out. Jesse, if you don't get it, I don't feel sorry for you. You're betting too much money on a hockey game.
Well, it could be a $10 parlay. You don't know, Papa Dude. It could just be, could just be the last leg of a 12 bomber or something. All right, let's go to the other game we're going to talk about tonight. The Kings -145, taking on the Devils +125. Total sitting at 6.5 here. Devils have been a surprise team all year. I don't think the Kings are getting enough love. They have played very well under the radar. No one really talking about them here. Magic, your LA Kings, I guess. I mean, you root for every team everywhere. So your LA Kings here, the slight favorite. Who are you going to take?
Devils! I'm going to take the Devils. The Devils, their 2 games before they lost to Montreal, they outscored teams 9-4 in that span. They outshot Montreal 4-18, but they let Montreal score 2 goals in 73 seconds in the second period, early in the second. That kind of took all the juice out of their game there. Now they're back taking on the Kings, who are very good. But the Kings should have beat the Wild on Tuesday, I thought. The fact that they didn't even get a single goal, they were completely shut out until 21 seconds left after they pulled the goalie. Didn't love that. So I'm going to go with New Jersey for the upset.
All right, Papa Dude, you going with Magic's Devils? So
You bet. But I can't say that. By the way, Jesse, I read that wrong. I thought you had spent 20,000. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. So I take back everything I said. Because if you'd spent 20,000 on a hockey game, you're crazy. But anyway, I take it back. I hope you get it. I'm going Devils tonight. They're at home, right? Yep, I'm going Devils. I agree with you, Mike. The Kings are under the radar, and I think a lot of it's because they're on the West Coast, and we don't see their games a whole lot unless you're Aaron and you stay up all night. So I agree with you. They are under the radar, but I don't think they go into New Jersey and win. I'm going with the Devils at plus 125. That would have been a good bet. You know what, Magic?
Yeah. Still available? Actually, I'm not going to change the sheets.
Well, just to jump in and spoil it, I think he's got the odds flipped there.
Oh, okay. I do too.
Devils are minus 145.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Well, I think so.
Oh, man. I thought for sure we were getting a
When that popped up, I said, why the hell didn't I bet that?
Yeah.
Tonight, and then I looked it up. Yeah.
You got to play the adjusted line. Look, I'll take the Kings. I'll take the Kings plus money, plus the 125 there. The Devils have been playing. They had a bumpy mid-patch. The Kings have been consistent all year. I'll take the Kings. I don't think there's any love for the Kings because they're not sexy. You don't have the stars there. You don't have the people that are just filling the net up with goals. It's just a grinding team, kind of like the teams that they won the Stanley Cup with.
Yep.
This Kings team is under the radar because who are you really excited to go watch play on the Kings, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I've lived with that problem my whole life, Somich, so I understand what you're saying. So we'll see. You know, I think you're right. They are a boring hockey team. There's no doubt about it. But sometimes boring is good in the NHL, especially in a year where everybody's wide open. If you can kind of start to contain some of those high-powered offenses, you can beat them in low-scoring games. So I like the Kings as a team, but I think the Devils can play the same style that the Kings play. That's why I went with the Devils minus 145.
There you go. Now we are correct on the screen. So that never happened. All right, let's jump into the NBA. We're back from All-Star break, where apparently you just get like a week off and you can go everywhere. If I was an All-Star in the NBA, I'd just be like, nah, I'm good. I wouldn't go play the game. I just go to Mexico, man. Take the full week, have some fun. Thunder laying one against the Jazz. This actually flipped. The Jazz opened as the favorite. Now the Thunder are the favorite. Total sitting at 241. Pretty big number. Aaron, you love this Thunder team. Can they get the job done off the break against the Jazz?
I'm confused why we're the favorites on the road tonight against Utah. That was kind of strange to me. It's another one of the game for the Thunder. Seems like we cover them every time they get ready to get to 500. Tonight, if they win, they're at 500. They'd be 29-29. That means the Jazz are going to win. Give me the Jazz here. Not sure why we're favored here in Utah, so give me the Jazz.
Not so fast, my friend. I already bet this one. I bet the Thunder at Pick'em. I would bet them again at -1. There are two franchises I think are going to go in different directions here out of the All-Star break. The Thunder have been very good the last month or so. I think they're top 11 in both offensive and defensive, where the Jazz, after a really hot start, have faded back. The Jazz are going to go back into that more tanking mode. I think the Thunder are able to keep winning with these younger kids. They're going to keep SGA in. Should make the difference here for the Thunder. Give me the Thunder -1 here. Papa, who you got?
I hope you're right. I do. I'm going to go with Aaron and the Jazz every time the Thunder have had a chance to get to the 500 mark. They've lost, including once against Houston, I think. Mm-hmm. So the Jazz are pretty good at home. I'm sure Magic's going to give us the statistics. I'm going Jazz tonight over the Thunder.
Magic, make Papa Dude look good.
18-12, Jazz at home. Thunder on the road, 11-17. Go Jazz, go.
Ah, boo.
I know it.
Killing me. All right, we're going to take the other terrible NBA game. Two kind of bad teams here. The Pistons taking on the Magic. Magic -7. Total sitting at 229.5. Cade Cunningham shut down for the year for the Pistons, so they will not be with their best player for the rest of the year. They are officially in full-on tank mode for Wembanyama. Magic, you like the Pistons because you like every team. Who do you like in this spot?
This is a tough one. I thought you did this to me on purpose, and it's mean. You've got the hometown Detroit Pistons against the NBA team that they named after me. I'm going to go with the Magic here. They went into the All-Star break having lost to Toronto by 10 points, but before that, they won 4 of 6. Detroit's a freaking mess right now. They traded Sadiq Bey away. They got James Wiseman in, whose knees are made of, I think, fiberglass and Fabergé eggs. Good second overall pick, Golden State Warriors. I think that the Magic are going to win this pretty handily.
Fabergé eggs are actually very expensive, though, especially the ones that were made for the Russian family. So if you have a Fabergé egg, you can do well with that. I'm going to take the Magic -7 as well. I like this Magic team quite a bit. They've been my best bet multiple times on the show. They actually get the job done, especially at home. This Pistons team is a train wreck going into the end of the season here. They are awful, like with a capital A. And without Cade Cunningham, it's going to get worse. Wiseman isn't good, but he's going to play because he needs to work through it. That's how he's going to try and get better. I think this Pistons team is a train wreck. Give me the Magic. I'll lay the 7. Aaron, who you got?
Even though Mrs. Magic has told me otherwise, Magic big.
Oh, Papa Dude, follow that up.
I picked these games this morning about 7 o'clock, and I don't even remember this one. I'm going to have to go back. I skipped it. I don't remember this one at all.
You did. I'm looking at the page right now. You didn't even make a pick for this one.
Okay, I did miss it. Because this would have been one of my highlight games for sure. I like the Magic tonight. They've been playing really well. They really have. They've been much improved the last month. So I think they win pretty easy if they're ready to go. These NBA games after the All-Star break, though, you better watch for a while to see what happens.
All right, we're going to go to one actual good game in the NBA because I bet the other two, so I wanted to put them on the show. We got the Grizzlies heading into the 76ers. 76ers laying 3.5. Total sitting at 230.5. Grizzlies have been a mess recently. Well, they were a mess for a while. 4-4 in the last 8. Starting to turn a little bit. Magic, tell us who you like here.
The Grizzlies won 3 of their last 4 going into the All-Star break. That one loss, the only time they were on the road. Did you know they've lost their last 9 road games? Absolutely atrocious on the road. Definitely don't play Memphis here. Give me the 76ers -3.5.
I'm going to agree. I'll lay the points with the home team here. I think the 76ers are the better squad, especially the way the Grizzlies were playing. Aaron, who you got?
Grizzlies have been disappointing lately. No doubt about it. I think that trend continues. I'm with you guys. 76ers -3.5.
Papa Dude, sweep it.
Make it 10 straight on the road losses for the Grizzlies tonight. Yes.
All right, 4 76ers there laying the 3.5. Let's head to a really interesting college basketball game here. You got Northwestern, who's ranked against unranked Illinois. Illinois opened as a favorite, and this number has just gotten bigger, although their best player and probable Big Ten, all Big Ten player, Terrence Shannon Jr., in concussion protocol. Not sure if he's going to play. Illinois laying 5.5 now. It's going as high as 6 in some places. Aaron, we'll start out with you. What do you make of this game?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird game. I have the rule. I don't bet Northwestern in anything, but they're kind of making me look bad as far as basketball goes because they are playing awfully well. And they beat who was it? They beat the other night where I was against them, and they beat them. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I'll take Illinois. All that being said, though, I think the home advantage for Illinois pushes him through. Best player out. I don't care. Give me Illinois. They're going to get it done. It's at home, big rivalry game. They're going to be ready to go tonight.
Magic?
I'm going to go with the under on this one. The under is actually 6-0 in Northwestern's last 6, and then the under is 10-1 in Illinois' last 11 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. If I was betting to win, I would go with Northwestern because the underdog in this series is 4-0 against the spread their last 4, and the road team is 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games against each other.
Yeah, in the Big Ten, we talked about this, 64% against the spread for the home teams right now. Teams that are the lower-ranked team at home as a favorite this year in college basketball, over 60%. I don't want to buck either of those trends. I would probably take Northwestern here if I was going to take a side, but I agree with Magic. The under is the bet here. 136 is a little high, even if Terrence Shannon Jr. is in this game. If he's out of it, you take away 16 points per game and their second assist player, and these are two teams that don't want to push the pace anyway. So I think the 136 is too high. I'll take the under as well. Good pick, Magic. Papa Dude, what you got?
I agree with the under for sure. I would wait and make sure if he's going to play because I don't think they've announced it yet. I'm surprised that line went to 6 on several places. I just don't think they win this game without him. We've been waiting for Northwestern to fall. All of us have. They haven't done it. They've just kept winning. They're 20-7. Some could argue they're the second best team in the Big Ten. If Shannon doesn't play, I'm taking Northwestern. I might take him to win outright.
All right, let's head out west here. We've got UCLA back in action, laying 7, going into Utah. Total sitting at 130.5. I was a little surprised this isn't more. I was going to play UCLA, but then I thought this was going to be like 10. And if it's not 10, I kind of like, maybe you take the home team in the points here. Magic, who do you got?
UCLA. Give me UCLA, UCLA. They're 7-2 on the road, perfect at home. I think they are a top-notch team. Give me UCLA against the Utes.
Aaron?
UCLA, I think, is going to win the national championship. I'm just really in love with this team, so I'm going to pick them here against Utah tonight. I just like them. I think they're one of the more complete teams out there. I think they're a team that has a lot of skill, but also will play defense. I think that's going to be big. I really like Cronin as a head coach. So he did a good job at Cincinnati. He's doing a really good job here at UCLA. So I agree with Somich a bit. I thought we'd be a little bit more here, like 10, 12 points, but I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go UCLA in this one.
Yeah, it should be a fun game. Cronin obviously has ties back to horse racing as well. So this would be a UCLA national title. It would be something horse racing world would love. Papa Dude, who you like here?
Tricky game, real tricky. Utah's a tough place to play. They'll be ready. Here's the deal. I think it's 7 because UCLA does not blow anybody out. Their style of play keeps the games fairly close. I think they win tonight. I'm not picking them to win the national championship. I saw the national champion last night, the Houston Cougars. Can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm telling you, if they play like they're playing, I've not seen anybody better than them.
On Sunday, we will do national title picks with odds because I thought about this when I was watching yesterday. I don't like Purdue. I don't like Houston. I don't like Alabama. Like I got to figure out who I actually like in the top spot to be able. I don't like Kansas, and these are like the favorites in the pool right now. So we got to find an underdog there that we like. So Sunday we'll lead the show with picks to win the national title in college basketball. See if we can get a nice little plus money there home. Speaking of doing well, though. Let's talk about the race of the day here. Gulfstream Park race number 8, probably been the strongest segment on this show. It's how well we've done with some of these races of the day. Yesterday, 9-2 winner. Had to try if you followed 3 swing picks there, which is nice as well. This one is a tough spot. State bred N1X allowance. Rutter's Man is going to be your favorite here for Todd Pletcher. His horse was impressive at Backwaduck. Came back, ran at Gulfstream in the race with Cyclone Mischief and Litigate. Did not run so well. That was going a mile. We're cutting back to 7 furlongs here. Aaron, are you willing to take a short price on Rutter's Man? Or are you going somewhere else?
I've been nothing but disappointing with my fantasy horses this year. Victory Formation, terrible. Arabian Lion, worse than terrible. Rutter's Men. Rutter's Men, I thought was going to be a star when I was researching for the Fantasy League. I was so excited to get Rutter's Men. Actually ran off from a really tough on paper, maiden special weight at Backwaduck, and huge number for all of them. Man, really excited. All those sources have come back to be terrible that he beat, including Rutter's Man, who came back and was terrible. All that being said, give me Rutter's Man. One more chance here, dropping down to the Florida Breds, cutting back to 7 furlongs. Irad Ortiz does not give up on this horse just yet. I thought that was a good sign. Maybe we just had a little bit of a problem in that last race. We're back now. Rutter's Men, going to impress today.
Magic, are you going to pick a loser as well, or are you going to take someone else?
Fair.
Damn, that hurts. I'm going to go with the 5 Diamond Cool here, 5-1 on the morning line for Patrick Biancone, getting Jose Ortiz to ride. I think that this horse has got, Jose Ortiz was aboard 2 back when he won 7 furlongs against Florida Breds over this track. Dominated it, won by almost 9 lengths. Came back in a 7 furlong race allowance against Open Company and ran pretty well. Was actually ahead away from second. Dangerous Ride got a nice win in that spot. I think this is a spot where you take a shot against Rutter's Men, especially as a 5-2 favorite. Unless Papa Dude picks him, and then definitely play Rutter's Men. But I'm going to take the 5 Diamond Cool.
Good pick, Magic. That was my second horse in this spot. I do think the 5 has a legit shot at being able to get the job done here. There is a ton of speed in this race. If you look at the 6, Bring the Band Home, gonna want to go. The 4, Roll on Big Joe, gonna want to go. The 2, Naruto, gonna want to go. All sets up for the 11. I agree with Dr. Tang. I agree with Michael Olson. Give me the Safi Joseph Jr. trained 11 horse. What is it? Acapulco or
Apocalypso.
What is that?
Apocalypso.
Apocalypso. There we go. Give me Apocalypso. Actually, Very similar to the handicap last time, where the 6-horse breaks the maiden, jumps into stakes company over the head, able to get back down to the level that is correct for it. This time, the 11, Acalypso, going to do the exact same thing, breaks the maiden at 6.5. 3 back-to-back-to-back stakes races, including one at Tampa, where the first, second, and third place finishers all won next time out. First time Lasix, adding the blinkers, has the pace to run into. Give me 8-1 on the 11, Apocalypso. Papa Dude, who you got?
Man, I can't believe this. Here I thought I had one that no one else had. And Mike's got the same one I've got. The 11, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the 11. I think Rudderman is second. And I kind of like number 4, Roll On Big Joe. And don't leave out the 6. Bring the band home. Good race. Wide open race. I also like Diamond Cool. I have 5 of them written down. We've covered all of them. Let's get Apocalypso home. By the way, breaking my code. I don't ever pick a horse I can't pronounce their name.
You should have broke your code yesterday.
Oh, that was
not a dumb name.
That's a dumb name, but the horse was great.
No,
Magic,
listen.
do you want to explain the name, Magic? Because you figured this out later. If you were paying attention,
after she crossed the wire, I was like, "Oh, the horse is by Frosted Flakes."
Oh, that is good. That is good. Very good.
All right, so we've got a plethora of opinions here. Papa Dude and I both on the 11. Magic taking the 5. Aaron chalking out with Rudder's Men. He just wants the 5 points. That's all it is. All right, let's go into the best bets for the day. Aaron, I'll start with you since this is not a chalk play.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go tonight. It's one of those races. I know you guys are probably like this too. It's like, I don't even want to watch it. I know what's going to happen. He's going to suck, but anyway. All right, so let's go to the NHL tonight. Golden Knights and the Lightning. A parlay tonight for me, plus 153 on this. I thought it was good enough to play. Thought about playing minus a goal and a half on both of these games and just thought, I'll stick with the parlay tonight. Lightning are playing at home tonight against Buffalo. Buffalo had a nice little streak. Kind of started to fall apart a little bit. Well, not fall apart, but just not play quite as well, I should say, as what we've seen out of them, lately. The Lightning, kind of the opposite. They were kind of dull. I think they've really picked it up and played really well. So I like the Lightning tonight at home. I think they're going to get the job done. I didn't lay the goal and a half because Buffalo could really score. It might get tight. So I'm just going to take the Lightning to win. Golden Knights host the Flames. The Flames did play very well last night, got a victory in Arizona. Tough game tonight on the second off the back-to-back against the Golden Knights, a team that's also kind of rounded into form, playing pretty well. I've also faded Calgary a lot this season, and I've said it on the show a lot. Not a huge fan of the Flames. I think they're up against it tonight. So I took these two, the Golden Knights and the Lightning, at plus 153, thinking the price was good enough here to get it done.
Magic, you got some thoughts on this Golden Knights Flames game as well. What do you like there?
I love the under here. I almost was going to take the Golden Knights here as a best bet too, but the Flames 5th in the league in expected goals against per 60 minutes. Vegas 4th. No, neither of them love to let a lot of goals in. Aiden Hill, especially, I think he's starting tonight. He's been really great. He's supposed to be back. He missed a game or two for an injury, but 5 of the last 8 starts for him, 6 or fewer total goals scored for Aiden Hill when he's in the net. He's a great goalie to watch out for as they build up towards the playoffs too. If they can get hot and Aiden Hill is looking great, look out. Vegas will be tough in the playoffs.
I like this under. Still like Vegas to win the Stanley Cup. Still can get them at double digits odds. Dr. Tang's best bet of the day, going to Tarleton State. I have no clue who this even is, but he likes Tarleton State in the NBA today. I'm also going to go with a little bit of an absurd game. Give me Gardner-Webb laying the 2 points. We got a big South matchup here. Gardner-Webb taking on Longwood. Tale of two teams here. Look, Longwood, 11-5 in conference. 4 of those 5 conference losses have come on the road. They are 4-4 in their last 8. On top of that, Gardner-Webb lost to Longwood in Longwood a few weeks back, so you get a revenge spot. Gardner-Webb playing the better ball right now. Gardner-Webb at home. Longwood sucks on the road. Give me Gardner-Webb. I'll lay the 2 points. Magic, why are you making a face?
Who the hell is Tarleton? Does anybody know who this? Have you
heard of this?
They're
in Texas.
Yeah, no.
I thought you just misspelled something,
haven't we?
I think we've seen them play, yes.
Yeah, they used to be Division II. We saw them way back, early 2000s.
Yeah.
This is an incarnate word type basketball situation then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Sorry.
Papa
It wasn't
Dude.
to you. I just couldn't believe it. I'd never heard of this school, and there's somehow D1 basketball. It's crazy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Papa Dude, close us out. Best bet.
Well, I got to make fun of you first picking that game because you'd make fun of me. That's for sure. And is Longwood named after Saratoga Slim, or is it named after Magic?
Well, according to Aaron, it's not Magic. So
Not Magic.
Well, Magic said he has personal ties with Slim. He told me that one time when Slim was bragging about the length. Remember that, Magic? You remember that?
I wouldn't call it personal ties because you might mislead some of our many viewers and listeners here, but
Well, you
sure,
did.
We'll go with that.
You did know, and that was something I thought was rather strange. But anyway,
I'm dead.
how would you like to play for Longwood? Wouldn't that? Don't you know they? There's some good stuff in the stands coming down when they come into play. If anybody cares,
I mean, their name is the Lancers too. I mean, there's
Lancers
all over the place here.
That's pretty good. I like it. Oh, my bet. I forgot. I'm going with USC tonight. You know, I'm seeing where they're like one of the last 4 teams in. I don't really understand that. They've been playing pretty well. I think they're a shoe-in to be in, but not to the experts. They're on the road tonight. This is going to be a tough game for them. They're in Colorado. And that's a strange place to go play anything, really. Now, if it was skiing tonight, I would take Colorado, but it's basketball. And this is a game USC needs. They desperately need this one. I think they seal a bid to the NCAA tournament if they get it. You got Arizona coming up after this. That's going to be tough. So they need this win. I think they're going to be focused. They're better than Colorado. We're getting 2.5 points. So I like that. So I'm going to go USC over Colorado tonight in Boulder.
All right, there we go. USC. So we got a couple West Coast games there. Should be a good, solid slate of college basketball. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Make sure that you join us the rest of the week. We'll be here Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Same time, same place. You've got Dudes Who Bet Sports today on this channel coming up. What time, Aaron?
Dudes Who Bet Sports coming up in 30 minutes. So 30 minutes away will be the first show today covering the Rebel. Also, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. Blinkers Off number 600. The 600th episode of Blinkers Off. Jared has got a lot of surprises planned, supposedly. We will see. So we'll have a lot of that. I've got some random Racing Dudes history facts that I'm going to read off for you guys as well. It's going to be an awesome show. Don't miss Blinkers Off 600.
Magic, over under hour 45 on that show.
Oh,
I'm going to take the under because apparently one of the surprises is going to be that they actually do a tight hour on that show. And nobody falls asleep on set. I think
well, Aaron's got to leave, right? Aaron, aren't you leaving?
It cannot be over 2 hours. I have to leave at 4 o'clock. So.
Oh, you should have made that.
Over an hour 45. All right, we got the Magic Mike show.
I rescind that.
Magic Mike show on 2 p.m. Pacific. Whoa, 5 p.m. Eastern as well. Same time as always. We'll be right around an hour covering the Pick 5 from where, Magic?
Oaklawn. I had to think about it for a second.
And then we'll be back with Racing Dudes Live on Saturday as well for some live coverage of the race. So make sure you tune into that. Let's go over the best bets real quick before we get out of here. Aaron taking the Golden Lightning plus 153. Papa Dude, USC plus 2.5. I'll take Gardner Webb, lay the 2 points. Magic taking the under in the Flames Golden Knights 6.5. 2-2 for the week, down $20, up 407 for the year. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Well, actually, we'll see you a lot later today on this same channel.